What's up, guys? I'm doing another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video, and we have news today that Call of Duty Black Ops 4 will highly likely and is leaked to be coming to the Nintendo Switch, and a whole bunch of information and news about it. So let's just get right into this news, boys. So this comes from Marcus Sellers on Twitter. He's a known insider leaker, just kind of like Shinobi, and he's been, one to leak a lot of things about Call of Duty and about just games in general and stuff. So he's the one who has leaked tons of stuff in the past. It's really awesome, so he's really credible. But so he put out a tweet saying that Call of Duty 2018 is Black Ops 4 and is coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and Nintendo Switch. So let's stop right there. So, obviously, Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, that's, absolutely normal. Also, the sky is blue. What else is new, But for it to be coming to the Nintendo Switch is a big deal because we haven't had a Call of Duty game on a Nintendo platform since Call of Duty Ghosts. We didn't have Advanced Warfare on the Wii U. We didn't have Black Ops 3 on the Wii U. We didn't have Infinite Warfare or Modern Warfare Remastered on the Wii U. We didn't have, after that, the Switch came out. We didn't have World War II on the Switch. So now for Black Ops 4 to come out on the Switch would be highly probable because Treyarch is one of the main developers that has supported the Nintendo platforms in the past. They're the ones who ported over Call of Duty 4 onto the Wii. They ported over World at War onto the Wii. They ported over Modern Warfare 3 onto the Wii. They had Black Ops 2 on the Wii U. And I'm pretty sure they even did Call of Duty Ghosts on the Wii U, or that could have been Raven or Neversoft. I'm not 100%. Don't quote me on the Call of Duty Ghosts one. But in the past, Treyarch has been the ones really working with Nintendo and putting out games on Nintendo's platform. So it makes sense for this year, since it is a Treyarch game, for them to put it out on a Switch. Plus, Switch is a highly successful console. A lot of people have it. So more people who own a Switch results more in more sales, and more sales is good. But let's keep going. So this next part of the tweet says, it is set in modern times and it's boots on the ground. So stop right there. So boots on the ground. Boom. Modern times. Boom. That's really incredible. He's also leaked that Call of Duty 2018 is going to be Black Ops 4, and it ended up being correct. He also has leaked and said that the game will take place in 2020, so modern times, that's only 2 years away, almost 1 year away when the game ends up coming out. But modern times, boots on the ground, really exciting. I mean, I'd hope it'd be boots on the ground, because if it takes place in 2020, that's going to be before Black Ops 2, so that makes sense for it to be boots on the ground and not be jetpacks, because if they have jetpacks in Black Ops 4, why wouldn't they have them in Black Ops 2? I don't know. Plus, why is it called Black Ops 4 if it takes place before Black Ops 2? I don't know. Whatever. We're not going to worry about that too much, but the important thing here is modern times, really awesome. Everybody loves modern games. We got a little burned out on it around 2012-ish, and that's why Treyarch moved to the near future with Black Ops 2. And with Ghosts, it was really boring, and it was like near future, modern-ish, and people didn't like that. That's why we switched to the futuristic setting, and then people realized, this is okay, but we don't really like it too much. Back to World War II. We did World War II. World War II is great. It's a great Call of Duty game, but now people are like, okay, modern. Let's go back to modern. So this makes sense. Modern. Treyarch is listening to the community. Treyarch always listens to the community, so that's fantastic news. The next part of this tweet. The Switch version will support DLC, HD Rumble, and motion controls. The important thing here is DLC. HD Rumble and motion controls, yeah, that's cool. Basically, every Switch game has it, yada, yada, yada. But the DLC. So, if the game is coming to the Switch, obviously that means that Treyarch and Activision want to put the game on the Switch so that way it can sell more, so why not also support it with DLC? That's something that previous Call of Duty games on Nintendo's platform didn't have, is that they didn't have DLCs. You couldn't play any of the map packs. If you got Black Ops 1 on the Wii, you could only play like Kino. I don't even know if they had 5 on that, but you couldn't play any of the DLC maps or anything like that on any of those games because none of the Nintendo platforms supported DLC. So it makes sense for them to do it. Now, there's a lot of games on Switch that come out with DLC and stuff. Now, even Wii U had a lot of that, but I don't know. If they have more DLC and the Switch version supports that DLC, then that in turn means more sales for Activision and more money, so it's a no-brainer. And if it comes to Switch, I would not be surprised in the slightest if it came out with DLC. But the last part of this tweet says that the Switch version is also being ported by a company which is familiar with COD games. So what does that mean? My guess is it's going to be Raven or Beanox or Mercenary Technologies or Studios or whatever that studio is. But it's going to be one of those 3 studios. They have been the ones really porting games in the past. And this tweet says it's ported by a company which is familiar with COD games. So, I mean, obviously, he would, if it was by Treyarch, he would say, oh yeah, it's made by Treyarch. Or he wouldn't even include that because Treyarch is making the PS4, Xbox, and PC version of Black Ops 4 already. And obviously, I think that most people would assume that the Switch and all the Nintendo versions are going to be handled by some other studio. And that's really just kind of how it works. So, say, like the last-gen versions of Advanced Warfare weren't done by Sledgehammer. They were taken by a different studio, and that's why there were so many problems with that version, is that Sledgehammer wanted to focus on the current gen, Xbox One, PS4, and PC. And so they didn't want to be bogged down by the last gen anymore. And Treyarch did the same thing. Treyarch said adios to the last gen and completely ditched it and focused all their attention on the current gen platforms. So for a different studio to be making it for the Switch version is, you know, perfectly fine with me, and is something that is really highly probable, because for Treyarch to be making it on 4 platforms already, you know, that's kind of difficult. And maybe if they do, I feel like that's a big no-no, because that's one of the reasons why Call of Duty Ghosts wasn't that great, was that Infinity Ward had to release the game for so many different platforms. Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3, PS4, PC, and Wii U. 6 different platforms that they had to make the game for, develop it for, and everything like that. So that's twice as many as Treyarch and Sledgehammer and all these guys normally do. So if they pass off the Switch version to a different studio, that's fine with me. Makes sense. But yeah, there you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me what you guys think of all this in the comments down below. For Black Ops 4 to come to the Switch, I think is like a huge, you know, it's like, duh, why wouldn't they? But, you know, sometimes we didn't have Black Ops 3 on the Wii U. We didn't have Advanced Warfare. We didn't have World War II. We didn't have Infinite Warfare. We didn't have Modern Warfare Remastered. So who knows? You know, it's just a leak and it's just a rumor, but it comes from a like reputable source. So take it with a grain of salt. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.